Hello everyone, welcome to Chef Office. This is a food channel where we cook a variety of meals and we will be learning as we are going along. My name is Chef Fred and let's cook. Today we're going to be making some nice grilled meat, which is also known as Nyama Choma in Kenya. The grilled meat is usually served, traditionally it's served with Ugali, which is an African cake made out of a maize meal, which you can find in any of your local shops. It's so easy to get. It's also served with something called Kachumbari. Kachumbari is also known as tomato salsa in the Western regions or in Britain. So that's one of my traditional classics, but it's gonna be a grilled dish. So definitely we're gonna start with our grills because as you can see, the sun is nice and the weather is nice. So let's cook. So in front of me we have some lovely ingredients which we're gonna be using to make our meal. The ingredients I have in front of me is maize meal, which is basically it's like a corn, but it's more grown and it's a little bit hard than corn. So when you grind it, the flour tends to be a little bit chunky. And this is really good for what we are doing because it will absorb a lot of water, which will then help it to cook. The meat I'm using is a piece of rib from goat, which is full of flavor, one. And second, rib is really good for the grill because it tends to grill nicely, it takes longer to cook, and it's a very easy to eat food when you're at home, and especially when friends come over, it's something nice to cook for your friends. The spices I'm using is chili powder, which is to give you a little bit of a kick. As you can see, it's nice and red. I'm using some onion powder just to enhance the flavor, give you a little bit of a flavor inside, and the coriander flavor just to bring the Mediterranean flavor into the meal. We're also going to be using a little bit of salt just to bring out and enhance the flavors of the spices and also as well for the meat. We're going to be making a tomato salsa, also known as Kachumbari, which we're going to be using tomatoes, onions, lemons, and even coriander. And that's the ingredients we're going to be using today. So we're going to cut our onion in half. And then we're going to make little lines. I'm going to cut again. This is the way we cut so we get nice cubes. And as you can see, so we're gonna be cutting the tomato. The easiest way to cut a tomato is cut in half, and you can make like little nice lines. This is like a quicker way to do it, and also it's in a professional way because all your dices will come out nice and the same size. And as you can see, look, nice sizes, easy drop down, and you put that in there, and you do the same. You do the same to the other half as well. So you cut in half, make some small line incisions. So this incision will help you get the square of the dice of the tomato. So now we're gonna cut our coriander. As you can see, it's nice and fresh. You don't want to use so much coriander in the salad. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take half of it. Because if you put a lot, it's gonna overpower the salad. So we're gonna take half of it, cut the stems off, and what we're gonna do is just nice. It's called chiffonade, or it's just like shredding it. You're shredding it nice small pieces. And this is gonna give you nice color, nice flavor. And coriander is a very nice ingredient to use. You can use it in anything. You can use it in marinades, you can use it in sauces. So as you will see in other videos, you will see me using it in sauces or in curries, but it's a very nice ingredient. And as you can see, it's nicely done. I'm gonna cut in half. And what we wanna do, we wanna just squeeze it in. Squeeze as much as you can. The juice the lemon will cut through and give us a nice fresh taste. So that's it, that's ready. So after done, we mix it with the rest of the stuff. The way I marinate my rib is first things first, we're gonna make nice little incisions. The incisions are not gonna be too deep as you want. It's just something the spices to go inside. So the first one, we're gonna make about 5. So the first one, second one, third one, and also you can think of where the bone is located, so it's easy to cut once you've already make the incisions. And once it's cooked, it's just easy for you just to slide the knife down. So once we've done the incisions, the next thing we're gonna do is like a dry rub kind of thing. So we're gonna put all the spices on the rib, and then we're gonna massage them inside. And the best thing is, once you put your marinade, it's good to leave it for about 2 hours to even an overnight is good. So as you can see, I'm using my coriander powder first. So coriander powder, put inside. The chili powder is just there to give you a nice little kick, as I had said before. But also all these flavors, once they come together, they give you that it's like you're in the like a curry kind of thing, but it's nice on the meat, and especially on the barbecue, amazing. And you're gonna see the colors are gonna come out so nice, and it's gonna be so yummy. So the other thing we're gonna put is salt. The salt is just to bring all the flavors and ensure that the meat is nicely seasoned. So now we're gonna we're gonna massage the meat and make sure the spices are going everywhere on the meat. And you can also push it in where you made the incisions. As you can see, that's where the flavors are gonna go. And once this is cooked, it's gonna be so nice. So we're gonna do the same thing at the back of the rib as well. So our spices again, and don't be shy. If you like chili, you can put a little bit more, but I'm gonna go easy on it. And our salt as well, and rub it in. Make sure it's nicely seasoned, because if it's not seasoned nicely, it's not gonna be good. It's all the flavors are just gonna fall off, or you're not gonna feel them, and the meat is just gonna be like that. So as you can see, that's how it's supposed to look like. Nice dry, no oil, no nothing, just a nice dry rub. And that one, you can even smoke it. It's up to you how you want to cook it, but for me, I like it barbecued. So we're gonna put this on the grill, and then we're gonna see how it looks like, but it's gonna come out so nice. Once the meat is marinated, we're gonna start cooking it. The best way is to use charcoal or a gas grill. At the moment, I'm using a gas grill, which is good, and you can control the heat as well, rather than a charcoal grill where you can't control the grill. So the first things first is make sure your grill is nice and hot. Mine is really, really nice and hot. And put the meat on the flesh side down, and just leave it there. Let it cook now. The secret is to leave it on one side as long as possible. But at the same time, remember, you need to check on it so it doesn't burn, the quality, so that the flavors are nice. And as well, the high heat is gonna start cooking the spices, and with those spices are gonna be very nice and tasteful later once the meat is cooked. So we're gonna put it like that, and we're gonna share it and leave it for some time. For the ugali, which is known as an African cake, we're gonna be making it with hot boiling water, some nice maize flour, as you can see. And as I had said before, the maize flour is a little bit grainy or lumpy because it likes to take in water. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be adding the flour to the water, and gradually you will see it forming into like a cake. That's what we eat in Africa, but as well, it's something you can cook at home. It's so delicious, and it's so nutritious as well. And trust me, once you have it, you're not gonna regret it. All right, let's do it. So now we're gonna start pouring the flour in the water, and then slowly you'll start seeing gradually, as we are adding the flour, it will start thickening up. So that's when you start knowing your ugali is becoming the ugali. So as you can see, mix in, make sure you pour in the flour, pour in as much as, and if you make a mess, don't worry, just make sure you clean after. So don't worry, that's the fun about ugali. It's such a good dish at home that you have to make sure you're putting more love into it. So don't worry about the mess, just make sure you clear the mess afterwards. So yeah, mix in. And see, I've used all my flour. Now with the ugali, you can make it two ways. You can either make it hard, like really hard, or you can make a soft version. Personally, I like the soft version. So That's what we are making. And as you can see, it's starting to thicken up. All these lumps is basically flour. When they come together in water, they form like little lumps. So that's what we want to break. We are looking for a brown nice color on the meat so that we know the meat is fully cooked. I like my meat well done. If you won't like your meat maybe medium rare, it's up to you, but I love my meat well done. So at the moment, as you can see, the meat is nicely drilling. It's still on high heat, but I want that high heat so that it cooks off the flavors. And once the flavors are cooked, it's easier for us to cut it and things like that, and it will be more juicy. And you can be flipping it once in a while. Obviously, I would recommend after every 5 minutes. So as you can see, the meat is ready. Our meal is finally ready. As you can see, the ugali looks nice and white, nice and firm. Personally, as I told you before, I like it nice and hard, but you can make it nice and soft if you want. The kachumbari is nice and fresh, as you can see. Very fresh, nice greens, nice colors going on. Oh, and the meat is so nice. The meat came out as exactly how I wanted it to come out, because this is the authentic Nyama Choma in Kenya we do. And as you can see, it's not dry, it's nice and juicy, it's freshly made, and it's an easy dish to do. You can do this at home for your family, for your kids, for your friends, even if you just want a nice trip back to Kenya, or you want to have a feeling of Kenya. This is so Kenyan. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate so much. If you have any comments, please don't forget to put your comments down below, and please don't forget to hit that button, the subscribe button and the like button. And definitely, if you have any other dishes you want me to do, leave a comment, and please keep an eye on the next video, as it will be a very, very nice video. See you then.